When people first become a trainer, they first enter the world of professional learning and development. They often try to recreate what they remember from their childhood experiences being in the classroom. What did my teacher do? How did she or he conduct the class? And they just try to recreate that. It's important to recognize that adult learners are very different from young learners. Young learners need guidance and direction. They tend to be starting with very limited knowledge, so you have an empty cup and you're filling it up with knowledge. Young learners tend to enjoy learning just for the sake of learning. It's fun, it's exciting, it's something new. They're adventurous because of it. And they're also there because they're told they have to be there. They really have no other choice. They have no free agency. And young learners are also very willing to fail and make mistakes. They see that as the natural learning process, which it is. And young learners learn that they have to show respect to their teacher. Now, adult learners, there are some similarities, but there are also some significant differences. Remember, adult learners already have a lifetime of experiences that they're bringing in. Their cup is already full, and they may not see the need to continue learning. They tend to be very autonomous and self-directed, which means they want to guide their own learning. They don't need you to guide it. They have a tendency to be very goal-oriented. I'm here because I need to learn X, Y, or Z. I'm not just here for the sake of it, or, hey, it's fun to learn things. I'm busy. I've got work to do. So they're seeking relevance. They're seeking practical information, things they can really go and use back on the job. Adult learners also are much more self-aware and status conscious. They're afraid to fail. Children fail naturally, and that's why they're such good learners. Think of a child who's learning to walk. You fall hundreds and thousands of times before you learn to walk. Adults, on the other hand, do not want to look bad in front of their peers. They do not want to look bad in front of themselves even. So they tend to want to stay in their comfort zone. So you as a facilitator really have to help them overcome that fear of failure. And adult learners must be shown respect. If they don't feel like they're being respected for who they are, what they've already achieved, what they already know, they're just going to get up and leave. So think about your approach as a facilitator. What needs to be different? Well, at DKSH, we use a structure for adult learning, 4-step structure, that really helps us address these adult learning needs. And so this is basically the ABCD structure, the what of our facilitation criteria. We need to first gain interest and motivation. Help the learner be interested in learning and answer the question, well, why should I learn this? Why should I even be here? Once we have their motivation and their interest, then we can start developing them. And this next step, this B, development step, is about giving them a chance to absorb new information and to try using it in a safe environment. And basically, we're answering their questions like, well, what is this new information? What is this new process? What is this new skill? How do I do it? How does it work? Once we've given them a chance to play around with it and become a little more comfortable with it, then we move on to the third step, consolidation, which is helping them put the information in the context of their jobs, their everyday lives. And we're basically answering the question, how will I use this information? Or how will I use this skill when I'm back on the job? And then finally, we give them a chance to apply the learning in the real world and follow up with some reflection and some feedback to get them to think about, well, how well did I use this? What did I do well? And what maybe do I need to do better next time? So these are the steps we use to specifically help adult learners learn. And I want you to think about, when you are facilitating your class, how will you use each of those steps? How will you use the A, B, C, and D in order to help your adult learners learn successfully?